try doing something to visually represent your achievements. I know this might sound somewhat childish, but if I'm honest, a large part of what got me through writing my PhD thesis was making a handwritten calendar each month that I would put star stickers on when I hit my writing goals for the day. I know, star stickers as if I was 5 years old. I would literally give myself gold stars. Your writing is your writing, so there's no need to be embarrassed. If something works for you, why not? I think there's something very satisfying about putting stickers on a chart. For you, it might be drawing a big thermometer with your total word count at the top and coloring in as you get closer to it. Maybe you want to make a checkerboard of how many articles you want to read for your literature review and color in each checker as you read the articles. A smaller version of this, if you're not very arts and crafty, would just be to add individual items to a Microsoft to-do list and then tick them as you achieve each one. It's nice because you can actually see your finished goals down at the bottom, and when you tick to say you've completed it, it gives a very satisfying ting noise. Nice little dopamine rush there. Another tip, and again, this is your writing, so it's whatever makes sense to you, but devise a little writing ritual for yourself. Maybe there's a certain kind of coffee that you buy at the cafe before you sit down for your session each day. Maybe it's just brewing a certain tea that you find relaxing at home. Maybe there's a jumper that you find really comfortable and you just get into that jumper before you start writing. Little writing rituals are a way to signal to ourselves that we're kind of putting everything else aside and we're going to sit down and focus on the project at hand. So having a certain fidget spinner that you use when you're thinking in rough drafting, having a certain notebook and a certain pen on hand that you use for taking notes on articles. These little things are nice. And again, it's part of that playing positive mental tricks on ourselves element that can keep you motivated and keep you focused on what you need to be doing. Okay, lastly, and I'd especially recommend this if you're working on a dissertation or thesis, find some ways to build in little rewards for yourself as you hit your mini goals. So maybe if you hit most of your mini goals for the week, you treat yourself to a little at-home spa day with some bath salts. Or maybe if you hit most of your mini goals for the week, you go and you watch a football match with some friends at the pub. Whatever it is, that could be your decision. For me, it might just be I get to play Tears of the Kingdom on my Nintendo Switch for an hour because I'm a nerd. So your little rewards are your own to choose, but the key here is to think less about punishing yourself if you don't meet goals and more about how you can reward and celebrate yourself as you do hit those goals. You can work this into your external accountability too. So if you have an accountability buddy or someone in your family who's helping you stay on track, maybe just tell them, hey, I'm going to reward myself by doing this if I hit 3 of my 4 writing goals this week. Note that I say 3 of the 4. I do think it's important not to make perfection the end-all be-all. Life happens. You're not going to hit every one of your writing goals. That is okay. What we're aiming for here is good enough, and what we're aiming for here is progress.